Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel, and I am so excited to share my journey with you. This is my first time in London. I have always wanted to visit this city. The red buses, the famous Big Ben, the River Thames, everything I have seen in pictures is now right in front of me. But there is something more exciting about this trip. It is not just about seeing the sights, it is about learning to use English in real-life situations. As I step off the plane at Heathrow Airport, my heart beats fast. I feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. London is a big city, and English is the main language here. I can speak some English, but will I be able to understand people? Will they understand me? I take a deep breath and remind myself, I can do this. I follow the other passengers towards immigration. There are many signs in English guiding us. Baggage claim, exit, customs. These words seem simple, but seeing them in real life makes me feel more confident. I know what they mean. I can understand them. When I reach the immigration desk, the officer looks at my passport and smiles. "Welcome to London," she says. I smile back and reply, "Thank you." It is just a small exchange, but it makes me feel good. I have spoken my first words in English in London. After collecting my suitcase, I walk towards the exit. The airport is big and busy. People are walking fast, talking on phones, checking signs. Some people are speaking English, and others are speaking different languages. London is a city of many cultures. It feels exciting to be here. Outside the airport, I feel the cool London air on my face. The sky is cloudy, but that is what I expected. I look around and see famous black taxis, red double-decker buses, and people hurrying to their destinations. I need to get to my hotel, but first I need to find transportation. Should I take a taxi, a bus, the underground, which people call the tube? I decide to ask for help. I walk up to an airport staff member and say, "Excuse me, how can I get to the city center?" She smiles and replies, "You can take the Heathrow Express train. It's the fastest way." I understand her words, but I repeat them in my head to be sure. Heathrow Express? That sounds easy. "Thank you," I say, and she nods. As I buy my train ticket, I feel proud of myself. I have asked for help, understood the answer, and found my way. English is already helping me on my journey. On the train, I look out the window as the city comes closer. I see houses, roads, and the famous London skyline in the distance. The feeling of being in a new city fills me with excitement. I check my phone for the address of my hotel. I also remind myself of some basic English phrases I might need when I arrive. Hello. Good morning. My name is Daniel. I have a reservation. I want to be ready for my next conversation. This trip is not just about visiting London. It is about learning, practicing, and becoming confident in English. The train stops, and I step out into the heart of London. My adventure has begun. London is full of life. As I step outside my hotel, I hear voices all around me. People are talking, laughing, and greeting each other. Some are walking fast, heading to work. Others are standing outside cafes, sipping their morning coffee. "Good morning," someone says as they pass by. "Hello," another voice calls. "How are you?" I stop for a moment and listen. These are simple words, but they are everywhere. I realize that greetings are the first step to starting conversations. If I can say hello with confidence, I can connect with people more easily. I practice in my head. Hello is good for any time of day. Good morning is for the early hours before noon. After that, people say good afternoon. In the evening, they say good evening. I take a deep breath. It's time to try. I walk into a small cafe near my hotel. The smell of fresh coffee fills the air. A friendly-looking barista stands behind the counter. She looks at me and smiles. I smile back and say, "Good morning." She nods and replies, "Good morning. What would you like?" I feel happy. I did it. Just 2 words, but they opened a conversation. I look at the menu and decide to order tea. I remember something important: politeness. I want to sound polite, so I say, "Can I have a cup of tea, please?" The barista nods. "Of course. Would you like milk and sugar?" "Yes, please," I say. After she hands me my tea, I make sure to say, "Thank you." "You're welcome," she replies. I sit by the window and take a sip. The tea is warm and comforting, but more than that, I feel proud. I used English, and it worked. Small phrases, polite words, these things help me feel more confident. Later, I return to my hotel to check in. The receptionist smiles at me. "Hello, welcome to London," she says. I smile back. "Hello, my name is Daniel. I have a reservation." "Nice to meet you, Daniel," she replies. "Can I see your passport, please?" I hand it to her, and she checks the details. "Thank you," she says. "Here is your room key." I take the key and say, "Thank you very much." "You're welcome. Enjoy your stay." I take the elevator up to my room, thinking about how simple words can make a difference. Saying hello makes people smile. Saying please and thank you makes conversations polite and friendly. I decide that during my trip, I will always try to greet people. I will introduce myself when I meet someone new. I will use polite words whenever I can. London is a big city, and I am just one visitor among many. But with the right words, I can make every interaction easier and more enjoyable. This is just the beginning of my journey. I can't wait to learn more. Now that I am settled in my hotel, it is time to explore. London is a big city, and I want to see everything. But there is one problem. How do I get around? I know London has buses, taxis, and the famous Underground, also called the Tube. But I have never used the Tube before. It looks confusing on the map. So many lines, so many stations. But I want to try. I leave my hotel and walk to the nearest Underground station. As I step inside, I see people moving quickly. Some are rushing to catch their trains. Others are standing in front of maps, planning their journey. There are signs everywhere, but I feel a little lost. I decide to ask for help. I see a station attendant in a uniform and walk up to her. "Excuse me, where is the ticket machine?" I ask. She smiles and points to the right. "Just over there." "Thank you," I say and walk to the machine. Now I have another challenge, buying a ticket. I look at the screen and see different options: single ticket, return ticket, Oyster card. I remember reading that the Oyster card is the best option for traveling around London. I press the button, follow the instructions, and soon I have my card. I feel a little proud. I have my ticket. I am ready to go. But now I need to find my way. I want to visit Westminster. That is where Big Ben is, and I cannot wait to see it. I walk back to the station attendant. "Can you tell me how to get to Westminster?" I ask. She nods and explains patiently. "Take the Piccadilly line to Green Park, then change to the Jubilee line." I listen carefully and repeat, "Piccadilly line to Green Park, then Jubilee line." She smiles. "That's right. Have a good journey." I follow the signs and find my platform. A train arrives and the doors open. People step out and others step in. I take a deep breath and get on. Inside, the train is busy but not too crowded. I find a seat and look around. Some people are reading books. Others are looking at their phones. A voice comes from the speakers. "The next station is Covent Garden." I check the map above my seat. Covent Garden is on the Piccadilly line. That means I am going the right way. I feel relieved. After a few more stops, I hear another announcement. "The next station is Green Park. Change here for the Jubilee line." That's my stop. When the train doors open, I step out and follow the signs to the Jubilee line. It is easy to find. I wait for my next train, and when it arrives, I get on. Soon, I hear the words I have been waiting for. "The next station is Westminster." I smile. I did it. When I step out of the station, I look up and see Big Ben towering over me. The clock is big and beautiful. The sound of the bells fills the air. Across the river, I see the London Eye. Tourists are everywhere taking pictures and admiring the view. I take a deep breath and look around. I feel happy. I am in the heart of London, and I got here all by myself. I asked for help, followed directions, and listened to announcements. I know I will need to use the tube many times during my trip, but now I feel ready. London is big, but with the right words and a little confidence, I can go anywhere. After a long walk along the River Thames, I start to feel hungry. The fresh air, the sound of the water, and the sight of boats passing by make me feel relaxed. But now all I can think about is food. I see a small restaurant with a warm light shining from the windows. The smell of delicious food drifts out every time someone opens the door. This looks like the perfect place to eat. I step inside and look around. The restaurant is cozy. A few people are sitting at wooden tables enjoying their meals. A waiter notices me and walks over with a friendly smile. "Hello, would you like a table for one?" he asks. "Yes, please," I say, feeling more confident now. He leads me to a small table near the window. I sit down and pick up the menu. There are many choices, but one dish catches my eye: fish and chips. I have heard that fish and chips is a classic British meal, so I decide to try it. When the waiter returns, he asks, "Are you ready to order?" "Yes," I say. "I would like fish and chips, please." "Good choice. Would you like anything to drink?" "Just water, please." "Still or sparkling?" he asks. I pause for a moment. I am not sure what he means, but then I remember still means regular water and sparkling means water with bubbles. "Still, please," I say. The waiter nods and walks away. I feel good. Ordering food in English is not as difficult as I thought. A few minutes later, my food arrives. The fish is golden and crispy. The chips, thick-cut fries, look perfect. I take my first bite. It is delicious. I eat slowly, enjoying every bite. When I finish my meal, the waiter comes back. "Was everything okay?" he asks. "Yes, it was very good." "Thank you," I reply. "Would you like dessert?" I think for a moment, but I am too full. "No, thank you," I say. "Can I pay with a credit card?" "Yes, of course," he says, and brings me the bill. I take out my card and place it on the small tray. The waiter returns with a card machine. "Please tap or insert your card," he says. I tap my card, and after a second, the machine beeps. "All done. Thank you very much," he says, handing me the receipt. "Thank you," I say as I stand up to leave. Back outside, I feel happy. I ordered my food, I paid without any problems, and I enjoyed a delicious meal. It feels good to communicate in English and be understood. Now, I want to buy some souvenirs. I walk down the street and see a small shop filled with London-themed items. There are T-shirts, keychains, mugs, and postcards. I step inside and start looking around. A red T-shirt catches my eye. It has a picture of a double-decker bus and the words, "I love London," printed on it. I pick it up and look for the price, but I do not see a tag. I walk up to the shopkeeper and ask, "Excuse me, how much is this?" He looks at the T-shirt and says, "It's £15. I nod and take out my wallet. "Can I pay with a credit card?" "Yes, we take cards," he says. I tap my card on the machine just like I did in the restaurant. The machine beeps and the shopkeeper hands me my receipt. "Thank you," I say with a smile. "You're welcome," he replies. I leave the shop, holding my new T-shirt in a small paper bag. I feel great. Shopping and dining in a new country can be a challenge, but today I did both. I asked questions, I understood the answers, and I got what I wanted. Communicating in English is getting easier. Each conversation makes me feel more confident. I cannot wait to practice more tomorrow. London is exciting, but it is also big and full of winding streets. The old buildings, the busy roads, and the crowds of people make the city feel like a maze. I have been walking for a while, enjoying the sights, but suddenly I stop. I look around. Everything looks unfamiliar. I check my phone, but the battery is dead. I have no map, no GPS. I realize something. I do not know where I am. At first I feel nervous. What should I do? Then I remember an important lesson. It is okay to ask for help. I take a deep breath and look around. People are walking past me, going about their day. I see a woman standing near a shop, looking at her phone. She seems friendly, so I decide to ask her. I walk up to her and say, "Excuse me, can you help me? I think I'm lost." She looks up and smiles. "Of course. Where are you trying to go?" I feel relieved. She does not seem annoyed or impatient. She is happy to help. "I need to go back to my hotel near Trafalgar Square," I say. She thinks for a moment and then points down the street. "Walk straight for 2 blocks, then turn left. You'll see a big bookstore. Keep walking past it and you'll reach Trafalgar Square." I repeat the directions in my head. Walk straight for 2 blocks, turn left, find the bookstore, and keep going. "Thank you for your help. You're very kind," I say with a smile. "You're welcome. Have a great day," she replies. I continue my journey feeling much better. I follow the directions carefully. After a few minutes, I see the bookstore. I keep walking, and soon Trafalgar Square appears in front of me. I made it. I feel proud of myself. Getting lost was not fun, but asking for help made things easier. I realize that most people are kind and willing to help if I ask politely. Later in the day, I face another challenge. I stop at a cafe to rest and order a cup of tea. The cashier speaks quickly, and I do not understand everything. I feel a little embarrassed, but I know what to do. "Sorry, I don't understand. Can you speak slower?" I ask. The cashier nods and repeats the question slowly. This time, I understand. He is asking if I want milk in my tea. "Yes, please," I answer. I pay for my tea and find a seat. As I sip my drink, I think about my day. Twice I needed help. Twice I asked for it. And both times people were happy to assist me. This gives me confidence. I am learning that English is not just about knowing words, it is about using them in real life. Even if I do not understand something, I can ask. If I get lost, I can ask. If I need something, I can ask. Londoners are friendly, and as long as I use polite phrases, I will always find my way. My trip to London has been more than just a visit. It has been a journey of learning and confidence. When I first arrived, I was nervous. I was unsure if I could communicate well. But now, as I sit in a taxi heading to the airport, I realize how much I have improved. Every moment in London has been a chance to practice English. I learned how to greet people with confidence. "Good morning," "Hello," and "Nice to meet you" became part of my daily conversations. Simple words, but they opened doors. A small greeting led to a friendly smile, and that made me feel welcome. I learned how to ask for directions. At first, I hesitated. What if I made a mistake? But every time I asked, "Excuse me, can you help me?" people were kind and willing to assist me. I learned that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a part of learning. Ordering food was another experience. At first, I read the menu slowly, afraid to make a mistake. But by the end of my trip, I was ordering confidently. I would like fish and chips, please. Simple, clear, and polite. And the best part? The food tasted even better when I ordered it myself. Shopping also became easier. I asked, "How much is this?" and understood the answers. I remembered to say, "Thank you," and the shopkeepers smiled back. I learned that polite words make a big difference. Even when I got lost, I knew what to say. "Excuse me, can you help me?" Those words saved me more than once. I now understand that English is not just a subject in a book. It is a tool that helps me connect with people and explore the world. As I reach the airport, I think about my next adventure. Maybe Paris, maybe New York, maybe Tokyo. I do not know yet, but I do know one thing. I can communicate, and that makes traveling even more exciting. If you are learning English, my advice is simple. Practice. Do not be afraid to speak. Even small phrases can help you enjoy your journey. Mistakes do not matter. What matters is trying. As I board my flight, I take one last look at London through the window. The city has taught me more than I expected. Until next time, London